Hey everybody, I just wanted to say hi and do a little casual talk here. I've been pretty sick the last week or so, so I haven't been able to do a video for you. My kids were sick, my wife was sick. They still are to some extent, and I thought I was gonna just skate by and be fine, but no, it hit me as well. And I guess as I get older, these things are hitting harder and sticking around for longer. So I haven't really been able to do that, but I've been doing a little bit of research on the side, and I wanted to let you know that I'll be coming back as soon as I can, and I do have plans, of course, to continue the Blender Tips series and the Substance Painter Tips series, but as well I have a couple of projects in mind that I want to do, and you can see here in my PureRef, one of the things I want to do is the Fallout 4 holotape player. So this thing here, which I think would be, reasonable to do, and I'm pretty much always choosing stuff that I think will be reasonable that people can follow along, and like I always say, sort of for relative beginners like myself. I'm not exactly a beginner, but still, there's a limit to what I can do, and so I like to choose things that are easy and fun and maybe have a few twists, I don't know, but this does it particularly. Although I cannot see these very well, and I've got these are some in-game shots, and it's been the best I can do. If anyone has a better sense of what this is, then you can help me out. But I've got a few images of this, and I'm going to be modeling it and unwrapping it and texturing it in Substance Painter, going for somewhat of a stylized look. This is a kind of the whole thing is stylized, really. So yeah, and then I've got some of these, and I don't know that I'll put an incredible amount of detail because they are pretty small, just sitting in there, and I don't want to spend too long on this kind of a thing. That's one of the projects, and that'll probably be the next one. But the other thing is, I've been looking at Wolfenstein as well, and I absolutely love these gas cylinders, or whatever, I guess oxygen, so gas cylinder. And so I've grabbed some images from some walkthroughs and some of my own images, and I like them. When I look at this, because again, I'm looking for things that are doable. So if I see something that's incredibly complex, I'm not saying there is something here, or that I can't see, I'm just not going to do it for you. But something like this, we've done cylinders before, but now we'd be doing a Wolfenstein one. And I mean, I love their texturing is fantastic. Of course, these guys are pros. But we could do something like this. We've got our cylinder here. And I love this band that comes around in these clips. So we could do this band, and we could do the clips, use the spin tool. This thing, use the spin tool to put it around. We could do an indent or just do it in texture. And then just the fact that now there's, I mean, this is all sort of a metallic kind of thing, but there you have the more silverish metal. And we've got this kind of there's different styles of these, but I think I'm going to go for that one, which we also see. Oh, geez, where's another one? Maybe hard to find. I've got one somewhere with that style, almost like a starfish kind of thing. And again, now here we can see, I mean, the bottom of this with that kind of a charcoal gray. I don't know if that's the correct whatever. And I don't know if, well, it does look like there's a difference between this and this. I might do them the same, but I'm not sure. I'd have to have a close look. And then this one has a different, top to it than this one. And I don't know what's going on here. I don't. I mean, we could pretend to model it, but I don't find that as pleasing as this one because again, I'm always looking for doability. I mean, when we look at this, forgetting the fact that this looks a little warped, I think we could go for where is it? Here we go. That style of like look like eight kind of indents or whatever, like a hexagonal bolt, almost octagonal bolt, I guess. with the metal plate and the bolts, again, using the spin tool. And I just find this a little bit easier to imagine, because come back over to this one over here. We could do the thread like this. All right, we could do sort of like a cube, and do it like that down to a circle, or maybe a separate piece would be easier with the thread. One won't make it all wonky, just make it go into that octagonal bolt. Let's say this looks like a hexagonal bolt coming out and then narrowing, and then we could do this kind of a thing. I'm not sure what happens here. It looks a little pinched in. I may or may not do it that way. And we could come up to this circle, maybe not even do an actual screen with numbers. We'll see. A little thing coming out with like a little button or something. So, definitely doable. I think the interesting thing here is the texture, and that would take some work. But anyways, I just really like these props, and so I got a bunch of shots of that to get different ideas of how they take one and just modify it, and you get a whole bunch of them. All right, and I just think it's really nice how the colors that are repeated throughout to give that theme on this from the first mission on the airplane in Wolfenstein New Order. All right, so that's two things that I think are going to come up in the next little while. This holotape will take probably 2 modeling sessions. I would say at least maybe 3, and then unwrapping and texturing in probably 1 to 2. I have half a mind to leave out some of this stuff. This itself is going to take us a little while. Just, it's hard to tell exactly what they've done here. This looks almost translucent, like these borders here. We could do them in the same kind of wood. So have this outer one, rounded one, bolts, whatever. I don't know about sinking it in, but you'd want to do that in substance. And then just have the wood border here going all the way around, and a wood one, and maybe have it open, with nothing on the inside. So it's just the border, easy to do. So we could do those, and you throw down some buttons, and you go, okay, I need another border. You copy this one and you scale it down. I think this is where the holotape actually goes in. I'm not sure what I would do there. I almost would like to skip that. We could do this and put some black in there, some knobs. We could do that. We could do this. So this thing would take a video in itself, 30 minutes, 40 minutes to do. These things, we could just do a cylinder and a thing there, and with this thing sticking down. I don't know what happens at the bottom. Maybe we could skip this, or maybe we could just quickly do the shape. I don't know, because it's going to take us a while just to get all these panels in there. But I mean, again, I'm doing this for people that just want to have some fun, and we're not taking it too seriously. We're just going to do our thing. All right, so yeah, so that's coming up, and then, I don't know how long this stuff would take. So anyways, it may still be a few days before I can get to that, but I will be coming back. Thanks very much for visiting the channel, and I really appreciate you coming by, and all the comments that I have read over the years that I've been doing this. I do make a very, very small amount of money from what I'm doing, and I'm sure you understand how it all goes. With the views, the views are definitely enough to keep me motivated, but not enough to make any real money from it. But the truth is, I never intended it to be that way. So I'm doing it because I enjoy doing Blender and Substance Painter and Designer, and I enjoy helping people out, and I love to see what you come up with, and I appreciate your support and your kind comments, and keeps me motivated and encouraged, trying different things, and doing things for absolute beginners and relative beginners. And I think that's probably about where we would cut it off in terms of the type of stuff I do. But at any rate, I hope you are enjoying the channel and getting something out of it, and will continue to. And I encourage you to do some of the tutorials and to practice, and don't get frustrated and hung up on the methods when you find out that Josh Gambrill or Blender Guru or somebody else does it different than me. There are different ways of doing things. There are destructive and non-destructive workflows, and there are workflows for using booleans and bevels and stuff. And it's not a bad idea to see different ways of doing things and then putting it all together and finding the workflow that works best for you. Or, of course, I mean, if you are going into the games industry and you are taking real good courses from real mentors, and then they can correct some of the problems. But, by all means, I think you should just practice some of the tutorials, make some air conditioners, make some mechanical devices, and just do it. And then if you find better ways, then cool. That's all good. All right, that's my little speech. So take care of yourselves, and I hope you don't get sick. If you do, I hope you get healthy very quick. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks very much.